comments. I've always thought it would be fun to be on the bonding committee. You get to travel the state and look at these important needed projects in every corner of our state. Sometimes I think some of the work we do here is a little bit intangible, but these projects are very tangible. So while I've always thought it would be fun and rewarding to be on the bonding committee, Senator Stump, I would never want to chair the Capital Investment Committee. I look at your $5.6 billion in requests and over 500 bills, and I think what a difficult task. With a $1.5 billion bill brought to the floor, you still had to say no to $4 billion in requests. Every one of those important and considered worthy in the community that submitted those requests. So, Senator Stump, I want to say thank you. I think it's a thankless task, and you did it with patience and grace. And I think your training at the St. Paul Seminary really showed. And I want to say thank you as well to your assistant Jerry, your committee administrator Logan. Anytime I or my assistant Jamie wanted to discuss the various projects coming from my corner of the state, their door was open, and they were gracious and ready to listen. And members, I looked through the bill, and there are a number of really critical projects for my community, my district, my corner of Minnesota, from our wastewater treatment plant to Glensheen Mansion, the Lake Superior Zoo that I've been working on for several years. Critical investment at UMD in a new chemical engineering building, partnering with NRRI to really, I think, move us into the next generation of natural resources in Minnesota, cleanup of the St. Louis River, the Duluth Airport runway that many in this chamber have heard about, and right next door, Senator Box Bill, the Hermantown Wellness Center. Very important, diverse projects coming forward. I do want to take just a moment to talk about a project that unfortunately was missing from the bill, and that's the Duluth Steam Plant project. Those who were on the committee and toured got to see that project firsthand. And I just want to make sort of a pitch for it as we move forward, because members, I know what we do today is the start of the process and not the end. This Duluth Steam Plant project is nuts and bolts infrastructure, and it's a project whose timing is now. The current infrastructure is underneath what is probably the most signature street in the city of Duluth, Superior Street. If you've been to my community, you have been on Superior Street. And that street's going to be redone, and so the time to redo the infrastructure under the street is now as well. To not do that means either to do the project at a future date at a much increased cost, or potentially to not do it at all. So this really is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. It is good for the downtown business community. It's good for the Canal Park business community. Again, if you visited Duluth, you've been in both of those places. And what I think most don't know is it's also really good for Lake Superior. Currently, we draw nearly 20 million gallons of water out of the lake that gets used up in the steam plant process, and this project would leave that water in the lake annually moving forward. So good for those business, downtown and Canal Park business communities, good for Lake Superior. So just raise that so as we move forward, it is on everyone's radar. Again, the start of the process and not the end. But again, Senator Stump, I just wanted to say thank you. While I'm concerned about the steam plant project and will continue to work hard as we move forward to see that project included, I know you had a very difficult task, and it won't get easier going forward. You've brought us a very good bill for my community, for my Senate district, and I think for Minnesota, and I will be voting green today. Thank you, Madam President.